Mm. Mm. Hey Jerry and Katie, can you hear me? If you can hear me, if somebody could leave a comment or whatever other, a heart or something. Awesome, cool, thank you, Katie. So I'm outside in nature right now for the first time. Well, I've been outside like 10 feet outside of where I'm staying, or going from the hospital to ambulance or car or doctor's appointment. So my stepfather brought me outside to sit in nature. Oh yeah, so the live streams, it's like every aspect of the world is going through the death, rebirth, ascension. So humanity is, the financial system is, the healthcare system is, educational system is, every aspect of society is going through the shift, and I'm going through the shift for sure. So that's part of why I'm sharing my journey with other people, because we think we are, on this realm, we are separate. You have your body, I have my body. But in our hearts, in our consciousness, and in our souls, we are connected. So that's the realm that we're moving into. And then even Facebook and YouTube and all of those technologies, they're going to shift too. There are going to be new conscious apps that are coming out, which are going to counteract the contact tracer apps. There are going to be new ways of communication with other people that are more, you could say, open source and less centrally controlled. There are more natural medicines that are going to be widely known about. I'm pretty sure in Oregon now, mushrooms are legal. Could be wrong, but maybe look into it. I haven't looked into it yet. I will. So yeah, every aspect of existence on this planet is going through a huge shift right now. So temporarily we might be apart and, going through our own individual hell. So I'm trying to bear my own cross, and because either way the ascension is going to happen. Like, it is happening. Because don't forget that it's happening on the earth. Hey Eric, thanks for being here. So yeah, this is very intense for all of us. So yeah, nature is going on for a ride, and we're on the ride with her. That's definitely been my experience. I felt like since the beginning that, yeah, the natural and Western medicines will help me to heal and to thrive. But most of all, a few things. Love, nature, community. Those are very important things for my healing, and I think for all of our growth. Maybe in the past we could ascend individually, we could grow our businesses, our success, kind of have a individual success, you could say, but I feel like now community is very important. We're here to uplift each other. But we've been programmed to isolate from family, from friends, from, it's been like that for many, many years over time before we even realize, like, we're separated from our ancestors and from our communities. And now with the CV, you can figure out what that means. The CV, so-called experience, is creating even more of that. So now we get the opportunity to kind of restart. Like, we have a fresh new start. Thanks for being in nature with me, everyone. I wish we could all be together in nature hanging out. That would be fun. So one of the things I miss the most is nature. I was in the hospital for little over 2 months, from September 10th before September 10th till after October 22nd. It's like September 1st, I think. Almost 2 months in the hospital, didn't go out at all. Had an intravenous antibiotic PICC line in my arm for 7 weeks. And then all these different tests, so I miss nature. One of the things I want to do, which I'm grateful to be in a cold climate, I know not everyone wants that, cold therapy. So super cold showers, like almost freezing. I can't wait till the water gets that cold. And then being outside, standing in the freezing cold snow, if it's snowing, or standing in the cold air. So personally, I feel like nature is going to provide everything I need. I mean, even, I don't know if we could see it, I'm pretty sure the pine needles that are on these trees can be turned into an amazing healing tea. I remember hearing that somewhere. I don't know exactly the benefits, but pine needles, I'm pretty sure they're great for a lot of things. So I know that nature is going to provide a lot of healing for me and a lot of inspiration, a lot of love. Yeah, there's been pretty extreme pain, pretty intense. Even besides the pain I don't like at all, but more so than the pain, at times things have been very dangerous for the body. So I've had to be very humble and patient with my body, but at the same time extremely strong and focused in my mind. So this is definitely a death rebirth experience. I mean, who listening here is not going to leave their body? Let's see. Anyone? I guess it's possible. Maybe we won't. But most likely we will leave this form, go into another form. So oh, if anyone has any questions, because I know everyone here has been sending prayers and lots and lots of support in many forms. Does anyone have any questions about brain cancer or any experiences I've had? Because people who are watching this video after the live stream might benefit from some of my experiences. So now, if it says Kim Destiny is watching, bring them on camera, does that mean they want to be on camera, or that's just an option for everyone? I don't know if somebody who can answer that question. So yeah, if you just got here, I'm in nature for the first time in a very, very, very long time, several months at least. And actually a lot longer than that, because before I was just able to go outside a little bit. But what I really look forward to is sharing practices while I'm in nature. What I love to do is yoga in freezing cold snow. So I'll warm up the body inside enough just so I don't pull a muscle, and then go outside and literally do splits, handstands, different postures in the snow. So I really look forward to that, and sharing other practices. And even doing healing sessions, coaching sessions while in nature, or possibly in the snow. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. It's like these trees, there's so much we don't even know about them. Yeah, near death. I guess it wasn't a death experience, I don't think, but before one of the head surgeries, I was put under anesthesia, but I stayed conscious for must have been at least 3 or 4 minutes. I don't know what was going on, but I was conscious. And all of the nurses and the doctor, I think 1 or 2 doctors in the surgery room, they were all angels. And I could see their light. They were all like light beings and angels. And I could tell that they had human forms, but everyone in the room was an angel, and felt like heaven. It was amazing. And then so I looked at the nurse who was closest to me, and I said, "Is the anesthesia going to kick in soon?" And then she just looked at me and smiled and laughed, and then the next thing I knew, I woke up and the surgery was done. So that was I guess that was the closest death experience. I've had a lot of near-death experiences where I was super close to dying, and I had to, there was this moment has happened many times where I had to decide, do I call upon my angels and God and my support system and use every ounce of energy to focus on staying alive, no matter what, nothing will get in my way? Or is this my moment to just let go, and it's my time to leave the body, and this is part of God's plan? I've had lots of those experiences, which have been good training. And then it always comes back to just presence and, might sound kind of cliche, but surrender. Like surrendering to God's will. And that, for me, in those moments, I had to keep on coming back. It felt like a drug experience. It wasn't just one moment where I had to surrender. It was like 1,000 moments compressed into 10 seconds. And in each of those 1,000 moments compressed into 10 seconds, I had to start all over again. And in that moment of extreme fear and pain, have to be present and surrender again. So, yeah, thank you for asking that question, Katie. Let's see. I mean, is it boring to give you medical updates? And it's interesting because it's like I'm trying to not be self-centered. You know, I mean, it could be easy to just think about myself and talk about myself all day long. And it's like the brain cancer could be the focus of everything. So I'm trying to not be self-centered. But at the same time, it was just 4:44. At the same time, you could say I'm kind of stuck in this experience. So why not use it for something beautiful, and maybe it can help other people. So that's one reason I make these live streams. I don't really plan them. I just, if my intuition calls me to and I'm able to, then I do them. And I'm trying to follow that same intuition, which I believe will guide me towards my healing and my highest life purpose. And I know so many people, even some people in here, I think, have been through challenges recently where that's like the only thing we have is our intuition. We don't know what will happen. We don't have a plan. We don't even know if it's possible. But we do have our intuition, however you want to call it. We all have that voice inside of our hearts. And maybe this is part of what's happening in the planet. We're shifting from, you could say the patriarchy, but we're bringing in more matriarchy, and then there'll be integration. So that's where we're moving towards. We are moving towards integration. Integrating, you know what is being integrated. Never boring? Okay, good. I don't want to be boring. Because although this is for me, these videos are a practice. Every single day, all day long, I'm faced with death and pain. It could be so much worse. Like, I have a phone right now. I can make this video. I can talk. I could have lost my ability to speak after the brain surgery. And I would probably take 10 more hours to describe all the blessings that I have in my life. So, but with these videos and what I'm creating, it's a practice for me. Because on a certain level, I don't know what will happen. I don't know, I know beautiful things are going to happen, but that could be me leaving this body, and maybe I did my work. It's possible that I did my work in this realm, brought some good energy to a few people. And, good, the video's still on. And, that was it. That's very possible. And there's a space in my heart that's deeply at peace with this is it, and moving on to the next form. But then there's another part of me, and this is the part that I'm staying focused on, is that I don't even really feel alive in a sense. I feel like I'm just beginning to move into my soul's purpose for coming into this body in the first place. So, I'm trying to have both energies in my heart. The complete peace and acceptance of leaving this body, but then also following the dreams in my heart. And some of those dreams in my heart are not just about me. Like, I want to live to help my mom and my dad and my family, how they've helped me, and even beyond. Same thing for other people. But ultimately, I have to for me, it's helpful to have a reason to live that's even deeper than anyone else, and include other people. Thank you, everyone who's here, for your prayers and your support, and for your energy. It's helped immensely. I would not be alive right now if I didn't have your prayers and support. And I'm not exaggerating, because there are times, like, I'm getting better at focusing, but focusing on the new life that I'm creating. But at times, there's pain, and like, I'm in a human body, so there are limitations. So in those times where I feel super weak and limited, the prayers have really helped immensely. So thank you. Any other questions? Or soon I'll be singing you all songs once I can use. There's so much pain in the left hand, and like there's like nerve burning pain. But as soon as that heals, music coming your way. I gotta like retrain myself to play guitar, relearn the guitar. Like, I forgot most of the songs I wrote after the brain surgery, but I have a feeling that they're still in my heart and body, and that they're gonna come back. Hi Dennis, thank you so much for being here. I wish for the live stream we could have other people on at the same time. Like, that's what I was saying about these new technologies that are coming. Like, we take it for granted, but these technologies are very, in some ways they're a blessing, and they are completely, like, I couldn't create a phone or a headset. Like, it would take me 1,000 years to figure this out. So in many ways, this is like advanced technology, but at the same time, it's kind of archaic how limited these technologies are. Like, for example, the idea of being able to have other people on the video chat at the same time on a live stream, I mean, it seems like that's fairly possible in our current society. But there are new technologies that are coming. It's part of the death-rebirth. Like, God knows what God's doing. Like, this is, what do you think, this is not part of God's plan right now, everything that's happening? This is absolutely part of what some people call God's Leela, or play. So this is a divine play that's happening right now, that has happened for, how many times has this happened in the history of the earth? Hundreds? Thousands? Tens of thousands? I mean, like, it's like a fractal of something that's happened many, many times on the planet. We are not the first to go through what we're going through now. So the same energies that will get us through this now, or in the past, will get us through now. And those are the energies of love, of connection with nature, of connection with community, of the masters helping humanity. Who are the masters? Many. They're master musicians, so vibrational healing is going to be a big part of what helps heal the planet. Possibly music will help heal the planet. There are very advanced doctors that exist right now. A lot of them are going to be sharing what they know with people. Some of them, because the old system, some people might not be able to afford it. So we're going to see healing like we have never seen before. From natural medicine, from Native American medicine, and Western medicine as well, because the Western medicine has many, many gifts in it. And the people who are in the system, they are awakening. Just like all of us here are awakening, and it's not always easy, it's hard. The people who are currently in the Western medical system, we shouldn't forget that they are humans too. They have hearts, they have minds, they have families, they have their own dreams in their heart, they have challenges. This is not easy for them. So let's say a prayer for the people that are in the, you could say, the mainstream system of medicine. Let's pray that they have healing and awakenings too, and they can literally transform the system from the inside out. So yeah, we don't want to necessarily overnight destroy the old system, because we are intimately connected with the system, whether we like it or not. We are, we're interconnected with it. So this is hard, but we want to do things with as much love and compassion as possible. Some of it we can't control. We're already kind of going through a deep, violent shift, but I think we should put out the prayer now, maybe even for a few minutes, and send love and prayers to every person, every nurse, every doctor, every physician, every custodian who works in a hospital. In the old medical system, let's send prayers for them that they can, just like you're all sending prayers for me for healing, and these prayers are literally working, if you want to say that, and they're having an impact. How about it's 4:54, how about for 5 minutes until 5 p.m. You can meditate or pray for whoever you want, but if you'd like to pray for the people in the medical system, send them love and prayers that they can feel ease and truth in their heart, and they can bring beauty to whatever situation they're in, and they can be a part of the upgrading of the healthcare system. What if these 5 minutes are the last 5 minutes of the tipping point where the Western system will shift? It's possible. I mean, there have been studies on mass meditations affecting peace and reducing crime in neighborhoods. You can look up those studies. And so we can do the same thing right now. So yeah, 5 minutes until 5 p.m., silence, or whatever form of meditation or prayer for the Western medical system and all the people connected with it. There's a sweet person, girl, over there that waved to me. She was not wearing a mask, and that made me smile. All right, 5 minutes. Awesome. So for anyone who just got here, we did a meditation sending positive energy to any person, doctor, nurse, physician, assistant, janitor who works in the Western medical system or the old medical system, sending them prayers that they can feel love in their hearts, that they can have easeful awakenings, and from the inside of the system, they can bring their love and their unique vibration to that system. So it's kind of like a Trojan horse, you could say. Like a, because if you go from outside of the system, like if somebody tried to, from the outside, tried to, not attack, but shift me, or if they're already inside of the system, and then they have the awakening while they're inside of the system, then they're already in, and that energy will already be in the system. But if they come in from the outside and say, bring their energies in, it's different. So this is one reason why I have faith in the human heart and the, you could say the Christ consciousness that is coming into the planet now, which you could say is the Krishna consciousness, which you could say is many other energies from many other traditions. But I guess Christ is like the main energy that is coming through now, but it's directly connected with universal love and universal peace and universal oneness. It's a higher vibration. So we all have the ability to feel nature and to communicate with nature, and nature will help us. So don't worry. Yeah, easier said than done. Thanks, Brittany and Joseph and Juan, for being here. And Clint, well, thank you everyone for your prayers. And my prayer is that your prayers can come back to you infinitely. Like, that's the cool thing about prayer, that everyone wins. So I'm praying that my experience of the pain, even right now, can, I have to think about this every single day, all day long. It's like, I'm going to leave this body. That's a fact. I will leave this body and take a different form. So, I don't know when that will be. And right now, there's going to be pain. No matter what I do, there's going to be pain. Either it'll be bad pain, because, well, what I'm trying to say is that there's pain all the time. But even as the body heals, like I did occupational therapy and I squeezed my hand. This hurts from what I did. I had to do these exercises squeezing my left hand. The tumor is here. That's the right side of my head. I don't know if the camera's flipped, but so it's affecting the left side of the body. So what am I going to do? Nothing? If I do nothing, nothing will change, probably right now. If I do too much, then that can literally hurt my body or cause damage. So yeah, it's a constant practice of like death, facing the karma that I've created in my life, but then also rebirth. So, okay, now what? That the pain is here. What am I going to do? Easier said than done. But luckily for me, for whatever reason, I have been very lucky to meet many amazing people in my life. And one of them says that, like, what's the best way to evolve and to grow and to become the best version of yourself? If anyone wants to think of, well, don't type it, but just think, what's the best, well, one of the best, what's an amazing way to be the best version of yourself and to grow, either in a specific skill or an energy? So the answer was that they call it Sangha, or community. Hang out with other people who are already there and who are loving and supportive. So if you want to lose weight, hang out with other people who want to lose weight. Well, actually hang out with healthy people who want to support you in losing weight and be part of a community where people love you, people support you, and also, most importantly, they are in that vibration. So if you have an opportunity to hang out with an expert, with a master, with a really experienced person, aka an elder doesn't just mean somebody who has been alive for X amount of years. Anyone, literally you, could be an elder right now. An elder just means somebody who has the energy of that, and the wisdom and the experience. So, yeah, the elders are coming back. That's part of what's happening now. There's so much happening now. It's like everyone is overwhelmed. I'm guessing a lot of us are. I know I have been. And that's one of my practices. And actually, that's one of my chief negative features, you might call it. In some schools of psychology, they call it a chief negative feature. So like, what's the root disconnection pattern that an individual has? You could call that the chief negative feature. So one of mine was feeling overwhelmed in this reality. Overwhelmed because of all of the erroneous programs that I had believed in, but actually also overwhelmed by all of the beauty and the gifts that were inside, so I would run away from them. So yeah, I know a lot of us are feeling overwhelmed. But yeah, the elders are coming back now. I know so many elders and masters who I could see it. It all kind of happened at the same time. They went into either some of them went into seclusion and they're there now, or like a semi-seclusion or retreat. And I don't know if it was conscious or not, but there's an energy moving where right now it's preparation mode, deep preparation. Individually, we are cleansing our souls. I know a lot of people who are doing physical cleanses. I'm doing deep physical cleanses. We are kind of forced to face ourselves with the lockdown. But have faith. This is part of God's plan, what's happening right now. This is not an accident. If God did not want this to happen, it would not have happened. That's my belief anyway. So, yeah, but still it's not easy. There's so much pain and suffering right now because of the loss of jobs, because of loss of homes, because of, if people have gotten COVID, people have gotten sick and died. And so yeah, a lot is happening right now. But I'm trying to do my small part. And I really believe something beautiful is going to happen in my life and is happening, but it's hard to describe, but I know that something very good is happening or will happen. Hi from OMAGS. Oh, thank you for coming. I don't know what OMAGS is. Thanks, Alan, for coming. Does anyone else have any other questions before I finish up here? So yeah, every day is different for me. Yeah. As far as medically, I still need another head surgery to put in a new plate and replace the section of skull they cut out. But I have to bring a certain level of healing to the new tumor that's growing, or that was growing, and restore function on the left side of the body because there's been some nerve damage and there's so much inflammation in the head right now. That's been my main focus, to reduce the inflammation, which is connected to literally every disease on the planet, inflammation. So this is an amazing learning experience for me, which I'm grateful for. I'm going to be some sort of healer or shaman or doctor or all of the above. So that's part of why I'm going through this experience, because it's real life training. So yeah, I have the amazing opportunity to learn about these things. And my attitude is that all of those things are true in this lifetime or the next. So I'm just keeping my goals on the dreams in my heart and what I want to create. And then, like I said, if I stay in this body, then they'll manifest in this lifetime. If not, they'll manifest in the next form. But it's helpful for me to really focus on who I am and my desires, the desires that come from my unique vibration, not the desires like, the fear-based desires or the sense desires, but the desires that come from God's will and my will, which are the same most of the time. I'm doing my best. Enjoy your day. No question. Okay, great. So, see, what I want to be doing is nature all day long. But I don't want to push it because I still need the energy to walk to the truck and then get home and then walk to my room. So thank you so much for your prayers and your support. I don't take it for granted at all. Some of you we haven't met in person, and I'm grateful that we have this energetic connection. And I'm praying that my experience can be supportive for you. Because I think we all want the same thing, just in our own way. And that's what makes this life beautiful, is that we each have a different flavor. It would be so boring if we were all the same. So that's part of the darkness that wants all of us to be the same. So whatever you can do to keep your individuality and your creativity, you have something that no one else has on the whole universe of existence. Whatever that is, you know what that is. It's you and your unique vibration and your unique gifts. So my prayer is that you can stay connected with that even during these very challenging times. Super challenging on all levels, but I believe we can do it. We can remain true to ourselves. We can bring forth our gifts, and we can help other people do the same. So this year was more about the first chakra, you could say. 2020. 2021 will be a little bit. It's not a overnight shift. It will be first chakra for sure, but also second chakra is coming up, and the element of water. A lot of the element of air is this year for reasons that are obvious. Air. Next year, a lot of water energies, and a lot of the water energies are related to many things. You could say second chakra, so more community, play, creativity, cultivating positive energy, cultivating your chi, your sexual energy, and channeling it in a beautiful way. So that's a lot of what's coming up this year that we're going to be moving into, that I'm excited about. And of course the water purification, and then of course the external water is healing the water and the earth. So whatever you can do to connect with that energy, and you can use that energy to bring you support, will be really important. Purifying the water inside and out, using water to manifest through prayer, praying for the water and then drinking it. These are all very simple but very powerful practices that we can do. Aquarius, yeah. Hi Rachel, thank you for being here. I haven't studied astrology or anything like that. Well, actually that's not true. I learned chakra astrology, or chakra psychology. So yeah, that's why I know a little bit about the second chakra stuff. But more so just intuitively, this is what I'm feeling that I want to share. And also because I'm kind of at a death-birth portal all the time, I'm praying that my experience can help other people go through their death-rebirth portal in a beautiful way, and I can ease their journey. I've had kind of a challenging time the past 13 months. Maybe I'm just being humble, but it's been actually very challenging. So why not use this challenge, which it's not going to go away right now. Why not use it for something beautiful? I want you to... So I'm going to finish here so I don't push it, because I'm in pretty intense pain and getting tired, and I still have to make my way home, and my stepfather's waiting for me. So thank you all so much for your prayers and your support, and I look forward to our continued journey together. It's a mystery, and I feel like that's where real love can shine through, in the mystery, when we show up as best as we can. So thank you very much for your love and your prayers, and I look forward to sharing more.